And the red light has now been switched on. The field is set to go. 250 Western Lady. They're off and they're racing. My Authorita commenced quite well from the inside, but also jumping quickly. Bird's the Word. And going forward, Gage Roads. Decoration being hustled across from the outside in front of Western Lady. Uncle Gerard, Chameleon Miss Lob midfield. Outside of it, Pharaoh Show. King Mahuta getting back. Henry the Aviator. I Dreamed a Dream. And Old Mate Henry back last of all. Over into the back they go. 1300 to run. Bird's the Word. Reefing for more rain. Just going a bit keenly here in front. Fired right up. Bird's the Word. Having trouble settling it. Led by a length over Decoration. A length and a half to My Authorita. Down on the inside. Ideally placed. Down on the rails inside of Gage Roads. It's been a very fast run affair. Western Lady back behind those. Better than midfield on the outside of Uncle Gerard. 3/4 Pharaoh Show. Followed then by Chameleon Miss. Over on the inside is King Mahuta when they track down the side with I Dreamed a Dream going around them. Trying to loop the field. Old Mate Henry tracking it forward. Henry the Aviator relegated back to last. No more than about 6 lengths from the leader. At the 600, Bird's the Word. Out by a length, settling a little bit better now from Decoration. Over on the outside, Pharaoh Show on the slide. Goes up now just in front of My Authorita, who's looking to work away from the fence, but then ran into a bit of a brick wall. Followed further back, Western Lady building momentum very stylishly on the outside. Chameleon Misses following her at the 250. Bird's the Word is still giving. It's Bird's the Word. Western Lady coming at Bird's the Word with My Authorita behind them with Decoration. Bird's the Word won't lie down. Bird's the Word finding on the outside Western Lady. Bird's the Word. Bird's the Word holds on from Western Lady, who dived at it right on the post. In behind the My Authorita or Pharaoh Show for third, followed home by Gage Roads, Uncle Gerard, then Decoration, Henry the Aviator. Further back, I Dreamed a Dream, Chameleon Miss, Old Mate Henry, and King Mahuta. Well, Bird's the Word has done it again. 7. Bird's the Word for trainer Charlotte Skerritt, who has absolutely rejuvenated this gelding. It won at odds of 200 to 1 first up. Some markets were longer, and it showed it was no fluke when winning the West Speed Platinum by coming out running a great race at its next outing. And now it's also matched it with this all-the-way performance today, ridden with great gusto by Steve Parnham to hold on from the favourite Western Lady, who was picking it up with every bound, but the post has come in the nick of time for Bird's the Word, who really didn't settle in the early part of the race. He was fired right up, and Steve Parnham there had a fair bit of trouble trying to get the horse to settle until they were well into it. Number 5, Pharaoh Show, got the nod for third in front of 11. My Authorita at 7, 12, 5 and 11. A credit to Charlotte Skerritt, part owner with Ms. R. Hearn, Ms. J. Becker, B. Titterton, B. Beard, D. Beard, Mrs. S. Earl and S. Hearn. A Galar Wise Talk gelding, and salutes today for Charlotte Skerritt, and written by Stephen Parnham. 12, Western Lady by Toronado at a Western Jewel, Grant Alana Williams, Lucy Fiore second. 5, Pharaoh Show by American Pharaoh from Show Honey, Clint Johnston, Porter in the saddle for trainer Michael Grantham. 1:41.60, just outside Valley of Queens' 2023 record. Very good run. 35.78 the 600, and holds on to win it by a head, 2 3/4 that margin, second and third. But great credit to Charlotte Skerritt with the job that she's done with Bird's the Word, who she's absolutely rejuvenated to win 2 Saturday races now from 3 starts in her care. Race 4, the 2,000 metres of the City and Regional Fuels Handicap. It's the next event. No changes to come there. Tessa Daly's in the yard with the lady of the moment, Charlotte Skerritt, part owner, trainer, and what a super job she's doing with Bird's the Word, who didn't give Steve Parnham an easy ride in the early part of that race.
No, exactly right, Darren. Fantastic training performance from Charlotte Skerritt. And you look beautiful as well today, Charlotte. You've got the pink dress on to match the silks. Talk to me about the run in transit. What were your thoughts in the early stages?
Oh, I was really happy when he got out. He asked me how he's got to the lead before, and I just said what the other jockeys have said, and yeah, he just did exactly what he wanted. He He didn't used to lead, but now he started leading. He's happy there. And Stevie settled him really well when he was just like reefing everywhere. Apparently he was too fresh after a week back up, but yeah, pretty happy with him.
A week back up and he stays at home. That's why he's so happy. But the progression of this horse as well, 1200 to a 14, now to the 1675, the first win over this mile journey. Do you think he could potentially continue to step out?
Yeah, we'll see how he goes. Yeah, didn't know that he was going to win, so I haven't really looked any further than this.
Well, he's absolutely loving life with you and the rejuvenation process. Talk to me about that down in Bunbury. What does that look like? Beach?
Yeah, so he's my lead pony. I lead everything off him at the beach. First dayers, he pushes them in. I canter on him, lead him. I've got videos of cantering him, leading other ones. Like, he's just a dude, and so many people like that horse is just the best. And yeah, you just love him. He's the best.
I've got goosebumps for you as well, Charlotte. Fantastic. It's so great to see continue your winning ways. Well done here.
Thank you so much.
There's Charlotte Skerritt after the win of Birds the Word. Fantastic performance in rejuvenating this horse. Scott, and that Stevie knows very well as well.
He certainly does. Stevie Parnham joins us now. Stevie, the horse looked like he was pretty keen out there today.
Yeah, I guess on the backups, Charlotte probably didn't do a lot with him, and he was probably a bit on the fresh side. I didn't want to fight him, so I was happy to let him be in front and not have to drag behind other runners and just get into a rhythm. But I thought more importantly, he just flowed, so he was tough. I think he was tough when he won first up, so I sort of didn't have that doubt in my mind that he'd sort of keep going for me.
From the top of the straight, you're able to shake off Decoration easily, but Lucy's horse, the favourite, was right there on your hammer for a long portion of that home straight.
Yeah, I could see the back of my vision there, just in the shadows, but it wasn't making enough ground, and I thought, oh, we've got enough in hand here. Got close on the line, but to the horse's credit, he dug in and held on.
Bunbury Stakes today. How's Bustler going?
A bit of hope, you know, that the horse can find his best form. He had a bit of a freshen up from the spring-summer campaign, where probably things didn't go all that right for him. His runs probably were better than they looked on paper, and can't fault his work. His attitude, his mental side of things is really good. So going in there, fingers crossed. I know if the real one shows up, he'll give it a shake.
I sense a bit of frustration in how Bustler's been going for the last 12 months.
Probably just because he hit a high as a 4-year-old and then went to Melbourne, and it was a really tough journey there, and then hasn't been able to recapture his best form. And I feel like he's got more there than what's sort of been showing on the outside. And yeah, I think if he was to get up and win, it'd actually mean a lot to the horse, just getting a bit of redemption on where his form was.
Well done on the double.
Thank you.
There's Stevie Parnham combining with Charlotte Skerritt and Birds the Word. 2 wins from 3 starts this preparation. Fantastic performance for this galloper. 7, 12, 5 and 11, the numbers here. Out of race number 3, the Red Ink Run handicap over the mile.